Paul Morty here. Basically, what I wanted to do today was put together a presentation that takes the form of a seminar that I ran a couple of weeks ago called How to Become Unstoppable at Getting in Great Shape. Now, I came about this idea because what I see a lot of the time is we're sort of drowning in information. Everybody knows what to do to get in shape. Like I say, you can read a book. I mean, obviously some things work better than others, some things don't work at all, but you can read a book, you can go to a gym, you can get most of the information that you need for free, okay? But again, you can know everything about diet and exercise, but there's one thing that's more important than both of those when it comes to getting in shape. It's all about mindset, okay? So the reason I did this was because some people missed it, missed the seminar, they couldn't make it for whatever reason, and I just think it's too important to sort of go amiss. So I thought I'd put together this short presentation to sort of give you some of the ideas and get you fired up about really achieving your goal. And guess what? This Sunday was actually the day that nearly everybody's fell off the New Year's resolution bandwagon. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to, for you guys that don't know who I am or what I've done before, I just wanted to take you through a sort of bragging section. This is not to impress you, it's to sort of impress upon you that when it comes to some of this stuff, I know what I'm talking about. So I'm a former fat guy. Around about, I think it was 10 or 11 years ago now. I've been a trainer for 10 years now. I was an overweight engineer, uninspired, fat. I was around about 4 or 5 stone overweight. I also had a 44-inch waist, so I was a pretty big dude. I had the man boobs and everything going on. I lost a little bit of weight. To cut a long story short, 10 years later, I'm now regarded as the UK's leading fat loss expert. I spend around about 10 grand a year on my education. I travel all over the world. I've been to Arizona, Thailand. I've been as far afield as Swansea to study with Phil Richard, who's probably the world's leading strength and conditioning coach, one of the top nutritionists in Europe probably. I've studied the likes of Charles Poliquin, Alan Cosgrove, etc., etc. So I've almost left no stone unturned when it comes to researching fat loss, and that's what I specialise in, fat loss. You get a lot of trainers who sort of try and be a jack of all trades and end up being a master of none. I dedicate myself to trying to be the very best at one single thing, which for me is fat loss, which I've now sort of discovered is more about health than anything else. Whereas you see a lot of the trainers that specialise in Pilates, muscle building, fitness, boxing, fat loss, everything known to man. You can't be a specialist in all of those things, so they end up with sort of a general knowledge of all of them rather than an unbelievable knowledge at one of them. So, again, I'm classed as the UK's leading fat loss expert. Why? Because I've been on 2 UK tours teaching other trainers the things that I know. So basically, I started getting phenomenal results on a one-to-one basis, and then I managed to transfer most of those results that people now pay me 97 quid an hour for into a group training environment, into a fitness bootcamp environment. So sort of the top guys in the industry got word of this and asked me to go on tour. And like I say, I've done 2 UK tours teaching other trainers what I know on how to get great results. And I'm on tour again, starts again on the 19th of February. It's just a 6-day tour this time, so a much shorter one. I did the first money back guarantee on results in the UK. So I was the first guy that did a double your money back guarantee on personal training, I think, after Dax Moy. But I was the first guy in the UK to offer a money back guarantee on results in a fitness bootcamp scenario. Okay. I was the first guy to really put my money where my mouth is. There's still guys that don't do that and come up with a crock of crap, to be honest, on why they can't do it. But like I say, if you believe in your product so much so that you can guarantee result, then I'm happy with that. If you can't guarantee result, it tells me that you don't believe that what you're teaching really works. Okay, I've lectured doctors for the Bupa and fat loss, guys that do liposuction, tummy tucks every day on what to do after they've had the tummy tucks and liposuction, because most of the time when you have liposuction, you put all that body fat back on somewhere else. I've trained this lady here. Obviously, she's lost a fair bit of weight. She now works at our Durham boot camp. So I've worked with this lady and my trainers. I've worked with these 2 guys. If you don't know who those are, probably not a Sunderland fan. I've worked with this lady. I actually trained this lady this morning. She hates this picture. The picture on the left especially, but again, great results. I've worked with these 2 guys. I've worked with this guy. And this is Katie Bulmer. Katie is the first trainer that I ever employed, who did really well. Katie runs our Sunderland fitness camp and is easily Sunderland's leading personal trainer. She gets phenomenal results. She got phenomenal results for herself. So this is after giving birth on the left. On the right, visible six-pack 10 weeks later. Okay, I'm actually going to get Katie to record some of her presentation as well. But I put together Katie's program and helped her with her nutrition stuff as well. So yeah, so as you can see, there's a visible six-pack. Pretty awesome. When it comes to results, I know how to get them. But I'm not going to talk to you about diet and nutrition today. Here's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about why you're here today, so why you're listening. I'm going to talk to you about why I'm talking about this today. I'm going to talk to you about why you keep failing and why she is a bitch. What I see a lot of the time is people trying to sabotage people who are trying to get in shape and who are getting in shape. And she's not a bitch. She's just more dedicated than you. Okay? I'm going to give you a real life example. Actually, I'm not going to give you a real life example. That's Katie's bit. We're going to do another presentation on that later. I'm going to use some of Dax Moy's awesome stuff. Dax Moy is one of my mentors. This guy really knows his stuff. Top personal trainer in the UK. Earns a lot of money because he's freaking awesome. So we're going to talk about his 3 lies you told yourself on New Year's Eve with a little Paul Mort spin on it. And then we're going to talk about the most important piece of paper in the world. Okay, so let's get this done. A few rules. This is obviously the presentation from the night, so save your questions till the end. If you guys have any questions on this, just drop them in the comments box or Facebook as any questions that you've got. I'm not preaching about anything. I'm not going to say this works, this doesn't work. I'm basically just telling you what we do and what I know and how to get results. Turn your mobiles off. Obviously, you're looking at your computer screen now, so you can turn your mobile off if you want. Keep an open mind, because I might say some things to you that you might not have heard of before. I'll probably say some things that may piss you off. But again, I'm not here to make friends with you. I'm here to help you get results. And I've got backup. I'm not sure why I'm using these 2 guys. I think it was from my friend Phil Mitchell was a crackhead. That whole story was crazy, and I thought Phil Mitchell was hilarious in it. So yeah, there's the Mitchell brothers who, if you try and have a go at us, they'll help you. So, why you're here today, you're probably confused as to what works, what doesn't work. And like I say, I'm not going to be talking about diet and exercise too much today, because you can find most of this information in articles that I've wrote, in videos that I've done in the past. If you've worked with me at all at a fitness camp, or you've been a part of the fitness camp and worked with me one-on-one, you guys know exactly what to do. Yet some of you still aren't doing it and still aren't getting results, and it's nothing to do with the fact that you don't know what to do. Most people know exactly what to do, they just haven't got the right mindset. You've tried everything. You're sick of your weight yo-yoing up and down. You're frustrated because whatever you seem to try, in inverted commas, hasn't gotten you results and still hasn't got you the body you wanted. Okay? And there's reasons for that, and it's nothing to do with the program that you're following. You're a Monday to Saturday type person. Monday to Friday afternoon, you're great, but the first thing you do when you get home on a Friday night is open a bottle of wine. Next thing you know, you're eating shit all weekend. Yeah? So you end up consuming more calories in 2 days than you have done in the previous week. You're looking for some motivation. Yeah? You want me to fire you up the day. And you're looking for the secrets of getting a great body. Okay? I'm here to tell you that you're not a victim. Okay? You're not a victim at all. You know exactly what to do. You just haven't done it yet. And sorry, there is no secret. Yeah? There's no secret to getting in great shape. Obviously, again, some things work better than others. Some things don't work at all. Some people are wasting their time. But yeah, there's no secret to getting in great shape. And guess what? Motivation sucks. And I'm going to apologise for that, and I shouldn't. But motivation isn't where it's at. I hear all the time, oh, I wish I had your willpower. It's nothing to do with willpower or motivation. Okay, here's what you need. You need inspiration. And I love that picture. That's a really cool picture. Inspiration is what you need. Let me explain to you now the difference between these two. Motivation comes from an external source. It's when you go to a seminar. It's when you go to a boot camp session, or you have a personal training session. You leave that session or that seminar, or you see a video on YouTube that really fires you up. Okay? So motivational is from an external source, okay? It's somebody else who fires you up, okay? Or it's something else that gets you motivated. It might be an article that you read. It might be a program that you see on the telly. It might get you really motivated. But that motivation always fades away, okay? Because it's from an external source. Once that external source is taken away, the motivation will fade away. Let me picture this scenario for you. It's a weekend. You've been on a weekend seminar. Trainers will really resonate with this. Being on a weekend seminar, you're really fired up. You can't wait to start your program on Monday. You do your Monday workout, you're really fired up, you think, oh, it's only going to be a few weeks, I'm going to get in shape. And then you get to work, and everybody's like, oh, do you want a biscuit? One will not harm you. Oh, why are you doing that for? That doesn't work. Then you'll get, oh, that seems a bit, you want to drop a clothes size in a month. That seems a bit unrealistic. Oh, that diet's a little bit faddy. You'll hear it all the time. And these energy vampires will just nag away at you until eventually that external source of motivation is gone. So your motivation dies, and guess what? Friday night, bottle of wine again, yeah? I see this so many times. It's almost a vicious circle that most people can't seem to get off. Okay? Here's what you need to look for. You need to look for, oh, that's the doom and gloom picture. So the doom and gloom is basically, you get surrounded by doom and gloom. You get your parents telling you, you get your mom telling you, oh, that's not realistic. You get your friends, and this is the best one. You always have a friend who seems to be an expert. Usually they're fat and overweight as well. But they're all like, oh, they probably read Men's Health or they watch The Biggest Loser. Suddenly they're an expert, and they're like, oh, you don't want to be doing that. But you're getting your advice from a trainer who spends his whole career getting education. But your friend, who's never done a course or read a book in their life, suddenly knows everything about nutrition. To be honest, it's normally men. It might be your husband saying, oh, he's telling you not to do running. Well, running works for so-and-so, yeah? So again, that external source of motivation is gone, so your motivation wanes. Inspiration, however, is a completely different kettle of fish. Inspiration comes from within. It's within everybody. Okay, and this is the key between people that get great results and people that are on and off the wagon. This is the difference between people that get in great shape and keep it off forever and people that sort of are on and off the wagon. I'm just going to have to take a quick look at my notes for this one, because there is notes on this one. The person has a real purpose. They're not just getting in shape to get in shape to feel a little bit better. Yeah, the person has real purpose. The why they want to get in shape or get a great body or whatever is massive, okay? And someone with purpose and inspiration doesn't need motivation from the outside. It helps them a little bit. They need it every now and again, but their inspiration is huge, okay? So, fast forward again. I knew this would happen, so I'm going to pull up my notes again. Where are we? Here we are. Where do we find this inspiration? You need to do things that build up your inspiration piggy bank. Yeah? So you need to have things that you sort of turn to all of the time. Yeah? So we're going to talk about the most important piece of paper in the world, and this is a big why. One of my big whys in business at the minute is that I want to provide the best life I can for my newborn son, who today is 8 days old, which is pretty cool. So that's an inspiration to me. So we're going to look at how to do this. But one of the big things is success leaves clues. Okay? So if somebody you know has gotten in great shape and has kept it up forever and seems to be buzzing with energy and health and they're never ill, why not just ask them what they did? Do what they do. Eat what they eat. Yeah? Surround yourself with people who are successful. Don't surround yourself with the same fat friends who keep telling you that one won't kill you and you need to live a little bit, yeah? Yeah, and that you only get one life, why not live it? Well, to be honest, I don't agree with that at all. Why live your life miserable, unhappy, unhealthy, and lacking energy and motivation to do anything with your life? Okay? Why spend it on a downward spiral of getting pissed every weekend? Okay? Sorry that offends you, but I'm not sorry. If it offends you, then it probably means that you're on the wrong path. Most people spend their life as a zombie. They hate their job through the week. They get pissed all weekend. They forget about it. And to be honest, that's not for me. If it's for you, then you're probably going to switch off now. But hey, okay, so let's move on to this now. This is where I was going to stick Katie Bulmer's bit in. Katie is a shining example of somebody that's been pregnant. And one of the things that I hear a lot is, oh, you've had a baby now, you'll never get your body back. You'll never get your body weight. And it's just so hard to get in shape when you've had a baby. It's not. Katie's proved it. Katie's very busy. Katie, actually, she got from having a baby to a six-pack in 10 weeks. For 5 of those weeks, she couldn't exercise. Okay? Simple as that. My girlfriend's going through the same process at the minute. She can't exercise at the minute because she had stitches and a forceps birth, so it was pretty traumatic. So she can't exercise at the minute, but I guarantee you she'll have a visible six-pack in the next 12 weeks. You've just got to find your inspiration. Okay, so why she's a skinny bitch and you keep failing? Okay, she's not really a bitch. Again, her why is just deeper than yours. There's certain things that she says in her head to herself, and it's all in the mind. Certain thing that she says to herself, and there's a little voice in her head that keeps telling her to do certain things, and she says certain things to certain people. Okay. Here's the crux of it, though, guys. and this, I could simply do a presentation just about this. Winners are simply willing to do what losers won't do. This is in all forms of life. People that are successful in business, people are successful in their job, people that are successful in sport, people that are successful at getting in shape and staying in shape are simply willing to do the things that losers won't do. So the people that aren't successful aren't willing to do what the people that are successful are. So that might be, oh, I'm not prepared to give up booze for 2 weeks. I'm not prepared to only drink once a month. I'm not prepared to give up bread in the morning. Oh, I'm not prepared to give up milk. Yeah? So those people that can't lose weight is because I'm not prepared to do, or they don't want to do, what the winners simply are. So they'll never get in shape. Okay? They might drop a little bit of weight every now and again, but their weight will be up and down for the rest of their lives until they really decide that they want to make that change and get in phenomenal health and great shape. Okay, so this is a quote from Rachel Cosgrove. Rachel's husband, Alan, is someone that I have a lot of respect for. Rachel's a magnificent trainer. In fact, I'd recommend her book to all you women. It's called, what's it called again? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. That's terrible. Let's have a quick look at the notes. It's called A Female Body Breakthrough. That's terrible because I've read it twice. It's a great book for any women that are looking to get in shape. There's some great mindset stuff in there. So one of the things that she says, Rachel, who's obviously in great shape there as well, is start acting as if and stop acting if then. So here's what I mean by that. So start acting as if you're already in shape. You say things that people who are in shape would say. You do things that people who are in shape would do. Stop acting as if then. So what people say is, oh, if only I had some money, then I'd get a personal trainer. If only I had time, then I'd work out 3 times a week. If only I could get up at 5:15 in the morning to train at 6, then I'd feel awesome. If and then is terrible. If only I had a little bit more time, then I would have time to exercise and then I would be a close size smaller. Yes? Lose those excuses already, yeah? And Jack Sexton, one of the trainers that works for us at Roker, teaches our Roker fitness camp with his cousin Joe, says he wrote a great article which was full of if-thens. Then his says, well, if you'd stop making these excuses, then you wouldn't be fat. Yeah? It's as simple as that, guys. If you stop making excuses, then you would be in great shape. Yeah? Leave the excuses at the door. So, skinny bitches. So we're going to use skinny bitchisms. If you're a guy, we're probably going to call you a ninja or a mutant or a tank or whatever you want. Yeah? A beast. Whatever. They basically get their priorities right. Okay? If your priority is to lie in bed for an extra 10 minutes and press snooze than it is to go and train, then you're never going to get in shape. If your priority is to watch the soaps for 3 hours on a night or 2 hours on a night rather than train, yeah, because most people don't have time to train, but they have 2 or 3 hours every night to watch the telly. I can't really work that one out. Then you need to change your priorities because you're never going to get in shape, yeah? If your priority is to get pissed every weekend, then you're never going to get a great body, okay? She says things like this. I can either have an awesome result or another excuse. I can't have both. That's true. You can't make excuses and get in great shape at the same time. Yeah? And note, reasons and excuses aren't the same thing. Valid reasons and excuses aren't the same thing. Okay? The people that get in great shape might miss a boot camp session, but they'll bust their balls to make sure they work out at home, even if it's for only 20 minutes, because they know that they can't keep making excuses. Okay? You'll say things like, I'm in great shape because I don't get drunk every weekend. I'm in great shape because when everybody brings cakes in at work, I just say no thank you. And again, one of the things that people need to get into their heads is if it was easy, everyone would have a flat stomach. If it was as easy as standing on a freaking vibrating flat platform for 20 minutes a day, everybody would be doing it and everyone would have a flat stomach. To be honest, I would probably be working in Burger King because I wouldn't have a job. There'd be no gyms, there'd be no diets, there'd be no personal trainers. And guess what, guys? There's more personal trainers now than there ever has been. So guess what? Vibrating platforms don't work. Easy stuff doesn't work. You got to do the hard stuff in order to get in shape. So what I mean by this statement is really that when things get hard, so when it's like a Friday night and she's like, I really could murder a glass of wine, then she's like, that's tough. Okay? Sometimes that's tough. Sometimes on a Friday night I could murder a pint. But being in shape is more important to me than getting pissed is. Okay? Obviously, it's pretty easy for me because it's my job, but it's not. Being a former fat guy, I get horrendous cravings. Being from South Shields, I've also got a lot of friends that like to drink. But again, that's tough. So if it was easy, if the mindset was easy, if the training was easy, everybody would have a flat stomach. Clearly, looking around, that's not the case. Okay? She says things like this, and I probably shouldn't say this one. It's nothing really tastes as good as thin feels. I think it was Kate Moss that said that. So I'm going to take that with a pinch of salt, but if that motivates you, then that motivates you and keeps you on track. One of the things that successful people do is that they're always prepared. Yeah? Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Okay? Why would you go to work without any bait? Unless you know that there's going to be healthy food at work. Why would you do that? Yeah? You know for a fact that you're going to end up going to Greg's for a sandwich. Yeah? You know for a fact you're going to end up reaching for the vending machine. And then you'll make the excuse, oh, I didn't have any food with us. Why didn't you? Because you failed to prepare. Yeah? It's your fault, nobody else's. This was going to be Katie's bit, but we'll cover that later. And this we're going to go into Dax's 3 lies you told yourself on New Year's Eve. To be honest, this was all over Facebook the first week in January. It was just that this year's going to be different. Oh, this is definitely going to be my year. Nothing's going to stop us. I'm going to make some big changes. Guess what? Probably 99% of the people that are putting that are exactly the same. They're on the piss every weekend. They're complaining about how tired they are on a Monday morning. They spend 3 hours on a night watching the telly when they could be doing some research on their business, whatever. Yeah? This year's not going to be different. Okay? I need me notes for this bit as well. Where's the notes? Okay, let's get the notes on this. So, how different is this year now? And it's the 22nd today, I think. The 25th today, so it's the 25th of January today. How different is your life now than it was on the 1st of January? Probably exactly the same, right? Yeah? So why hasn't it changed? For most people, and I'm really sorry to tell you this year is going to be exactly the same. Yeah? Because the same excuses you made last year, you're probably already making this year. Oh, I'm too tired. Oh, I haven't got time. Oh, I haven't got the money at the minute. Oh, the time's not right. Well, it's because most people aren't looking to make any changes. Because you've got to make changes happen. You've got to force change. Yeah? You've got to do things that are tough and uncomfortable. They just want the changes to happen magically, yeah? They're not looking to make the change. They just want the changes to happen for them. Well, I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen. Yeah? A lot of people will be banging on about the movie The Secret, but guess what? Wishing for things to change isn't going to make them change. Because Aladdin's not real and genies don't come out of lamps. Okay? You've got to make that shit happen. They're not really looking to address the causes of their problems. They just want the effects to go away all by themselves, okay? So, they're not looking to address why they're fat. They just want the fat to fall off them magically. Again, you've got to address the causes of you being overweight or not being in the shape you want to be in order for the effects of that to go away, okay? So you've got to change something. Something's got to give, okay? It's not just going to turn up your door. If you go to the gym and you're always like, oh, well, you train for 2 weeks and then you have 3 weeks off because you don't have time anymore, you've got to change your environment. One of the keys to that is surround yourself with people with the same goal. Okay? So, for most people, the strategy is exactly the same as the one that they did last January. They made themselves these promises. Last January, I was in Morocco for New Year's Eve, and I checked Facebook when I got back, and it was full of, it's my year. The same stuff, the same excuses you made last year are the same as the ones you're making this year already. Okay, so start making them. And check this out. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. So if you keep on doing what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got, which is the same result. Okay? Awesome stuff. Okay. There's goals. I don't know where I got that picture from, but this is something that people will be saying now, oh, it doesn't seem as important anymore. And then I'll hear, oh, I'm happy being fat, I'm happy the way I am, and I'd rather be fat and happy than skinny and miserable, etc., etc. So the goals don't seem as important anymore. That's complete bullshit. You just persuaded yourself that they aren't important anymore. Usually because you don't like getting uncomfortable with stuff. You don't like having to tell your friends that you'll not be drinking this weekend. You don't like having to get up earlier to get to boot camp. You don't like having to surround yourself with different people every now and again. Yeah? You know the deal. You don't like having to cut certain things out your diet. Usually, your goals now start to sound a little bit unrealistic. So, first of all, you wanted to drop like 6 pounds a week for 3 months, which would add like almost a stone and a half in 3 months, which is pretty cool. But now you persuade yourself that it's not really that realistic. You end up maybe having a bad week and then you're like, oh, it's not that important anymore because you're scared to fail. Okay? So you lie to yourself about how important those goals are. So you'll hear things like this. These are the common ones that I hear. I'll never look like that. Okay? I'll never look like her. Why the hell not? It's bullshit. It's my age. Yeah? It's your age. Or a classic one is I've had a baby. I'm never going to get my body back. Bullshit. I'm happy being fat. Here's the deal though. the price of getting the result is just more than you are willing to pay. Okay? So to get any result, you've got to go through a little bit of pain of the process. So you've got to go through the pain of the process to get the pleasure of the result. Okay? Most people aren't willing to go through the pain, or it just seems too much, or the price. So you're saying to yourself, oh, I wanted to join a boot camp, but I really don't want to get up at 6:15 in the morning. It's not that you can't, it's that you don't want to. Okay? So that you're never going to get in shape if you've got excuses like that all the time. Okay? I really want to get in shape, but when I finish work, I really can't be bothered to train. Something's got to change, guys. Yeah? So you pretend that you'd like the new body, you'd like the better health, but doing what needs to be done is the problem. Okay? You'd love the new body, you'd like better health, you'd love more energy, you'd love to make more money, but doing what needs to be done is the problem. So you lie to yourself and pretend that the goal's no longer that important. Okay, let's move on. Again, leave these lies just telling yourself behind, guys. They're just excuses. Okay, here's one that I hear all the time. This is great stuff from Dax again. This is bullshit again. I'll settle in first and do it when there's more time. So I'm just going to get back to work first and I'm going to train when there's more time. I'm just going to make sure that I'm going to wait until I've got the money and then I'm going to do it. I'm going to wait until work's calmed down a bit and then I'm going to do it. Again, you've got too busy with work. Oh, I'm going to wait until the kids are back at school. The kids are back in school. I can't afford it right now. The time isn't right. These are exactly the same things that you made in November, December, October, yeah? And guess what, guys? It's not about the money, yeah? You can go and train. You can train outside for free. I'll even send you a bloody program for free. But I know that you won't do it, yeah? Because those are the same excuses you used last year, yeah? Those are the things that stop you from getting in great shape last year, yeah? And Dax came up with a great analogy. You'll hear the one-day excuse all the time. One day, when I've got more time, I'll definitely read that book. One day when I've got 3 45-minute slots in my diary a week, then I'll train. One day when I feel a little bit better, this is the worst one ever. One day when I feel better and this cold's gone, then I'll exercise. One day when this cold's gone and one day when I haven't got parties, then I'll stop drinking for a month. Okay? This is the worst one ever, by the way. One day when I'm fitter, then I'll join a boot camp. One day when I feel a little bit fitter, then I'll join the gym, yeah? That's horse shit. Remember the boot camp and the gym, everyone's there for the same reason, yeah? The paparazzi aren't going to be there, because guess what? You aren't freaking famous, yeah? Unless one of the footballers that are trainers listen to this. You guys are famous, but you guys should be in shape. Whatever your one-day excuse is, then the results are always the same. Distinct lack of results. So bin the wish lists, bin the lies, bin the one-day excuses, and let's take some action now, okay? We're going to talk about the most important piece of paper in the world. And again, this is something that I learned from my friend Dax. Let's get up on this. I've got no idea what this picture is, by the way. Dr. Evil and Google are the most important people in the world. Okay, so this is the most powerful piece of paper in the world. Here's the 6 steps to success in anything. We're going to talk about getting in shape today rather than business, rather than money, rather than about jobs, rather than about education. Know exactly what you want. Know why you want it. That's the key. Know when you want it by. Write it down. Know the price and pay for it. Okay, let's run through this. So number 1, know exactly what you want. Here's an example, a couple of examples. And guess what, guys? I want to lose weight is not good enough. Okay? You wanted to lose weight last year, you probably lost a couple of pounds and put it all back on plus a couple of pounds more. You've got to be exact. The more exact you can be with this, the more chance of it is of happening. Okay? I want to be around 12.8, so 12 stone 8 pounds and under 9% body fat. Be pain-free, so no knee pain, no back pain, and be buzzing with energy. Okay? That's a great goal. I want to be a size 10 and have a 2-pack. That's 2 visible abs. Yeah, your top 2 abs usually shown. I want to be a comfortable size 12 and have glowing skin. No, I want to lose a bit of weight. Yeah, that's not going to cut it, yeah? This is one of the things that Slim and World and Weight Watchers do quite well. They have a goal weight, okay? Even though that programs are crap. They're not based on health at all, and basically most of them sell microwave meals and processed food, but that's for a different story. So that's know exactly what you want, yeah? Write this down, guys. Write this down in front of you right now. Step 2, know why you want it. This is the freaking key. This is gold dust right here. This is the difference between getting a really hot body in time for the spring or the summer, rather than leaving it at the last minute, and staying in shape than just waiting, just getting results for the first couple of weeks of January, then falling off the wagon, then panicking when you've got to get a freaking bikini on. Okay? Here's some good whys, yeah? This is a negative one. Negative stuff usually motivates men more than anything. So let's say I want to drop 2 stone and be 12 stone 8 because I don't want to be embarrassed when I take my shirt off. I want to get down to a size 10 because I hate what I see in the mirror at the minute. I want to get down to a size 12 and a comfortable size 12 because I'm overweight and my health's starting to suffer now. I've been told I've got type 2 diabetes. I'm having some blood pressure issues. I'm sick of feeling like shit. I'm sick of having a headache. I've got headaches constantly. That's your health, guys. Yeah? Put it this way. If you're healthy, your body doesn't store body fat, yeah? So drop some body fat and you'll see amazing things happen. We've had guys who have helped with MS. We've had guys who've got rid of irritable bowel syndrome. We've got guys that we've almost cured their type 2 diabetes where they don't need medication anymore. We've helped with a lot of other things. We've helped with deep vein thrombosis, etc., etc. This is all health related, guys. It's not all about dropping body fat. Okay? Here's another one. I'm sick of not... This is one of the things that motivated me when I was a fat kid. I'm sick of not being able to buy the clothes that I want. If you're overweight and you have to start shopping in stores that sell clothes that fit you, not because you're tall, not because you're small, but because you're overweight, like Jacamo, etc., then I think it's time to start taking action. Okay? Here's some positives. I want to get down to under 9% body fat because I want to turn heads on the beach. I want to feel amazing. This is not me, by the way. I want to pull some hot chicks. I want to finally get a boyfriend. Yeah? Again, this is vain. This is vanity, but vanity motivates some people. Here's a big one. I want to live longer and kick ass while I do, yeah? I actually want to live longer. I want to have vibrant health because I don't want to be miserable and wander around like a zombie and a walrus like most people do. Okay? Step 3. What's the price in this? And this is not about money. Okay? So what's the price that you've got to pay to get in great shape and to feel awesome and to not be embarrassed when you take your shirt off and to turn heads on the beach and to be able to wear whatever bikini you want while you sit around the pool on holiday? What's the price that you've got to pay? One of mine is that you've got to ove booze, dairy, wheat, processed food for 14 days and then approximately 90% of the time. So you're eating clean 90% of the time, yeah? With a couple of cheap meals in there if you want to do. Is it that you need to exercise at least 3 times a week? Is it that you need to get those supplements and take them regularly? What supplements do you need to take? Do you need to get a trainer? Do you need to get a coach to take your game to the next level? One of my goals is that I want to fight MMA in August this year. So I've had to get some private lessons, one-to-one lessons in mixed martial arts. Okay? Do you just need to buy a book and do some freaking research? You can get this online. Are you thinking about starting your own business? One of the prices that you're going to have to pay is that you're going to have to buy a book and do some research online and maybe get some business advice off somebody. Okay? This is the mistake that most people make. They don't even research what price they're going to have to pay to get the results. So when it comes to actually getting it, then most people that don't achieve the goal is because they haven't looked at what the price is before they set the goal. Yeah? So they think, oh, I'll get in shape, but then they think, oh shit, I didn't know I had to exercise 3 times a week for that to happen. Well, most people do. But, I want to set up, this is a big one, I want to set up a boot camp. They don't realise that they then have to be able to get results. Yeah? And then realise that they really have to know, most people are like, oh, I want to be a personal trainer. And then it comes to, they get their qualification, or they think, oh, I didn't know qualification was that expensive. Then they get the qualification, they don't realise that they have to keep on studying to be the best trainer that they can be. So that's why within a year, 80% of new trainers in the industry leave and do something completely different. Yeah, there's a random fact for you. Okay, final step is pay the price. So, you just do it. Okay, so find out the cost, so find out the price, and then just pay it. Yeah? So, here's a conclusion. Sod motivation, find your inspiration. That's the why. Yeah? Find out somebody who's doing what you want to do. Success, because success leaves clues. Yeah? Success leaves clues, so just follow them. Again, winners are simply willing to do what losers won't do. Okay, that's a big one. For me, that's a key. And remember, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. But guys, you've got to keep on walking. Yeah? Once you've started, that's the big thing. But you've just got to keep on plowing forwards. If you keep stopping when things get tough, then you're never going to move any further forward. So if you feel, oh, I'm tired, it's raining outside, etc., and you press snooze and you think, oh, I'll just train tonight, then it becomes tomorrow, etc., etc., you've just got to keep plowing on. Okay? And that, my friends, is it. If you've got any questions, Facebook me or email me via paul@precisionfitness.co.uk. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've wrote down what I've asked you to write down, because writing down a goal like that makes it 500% or maybe 5 times more likely that you're going to achieve it, okay? Writing it down is massive. That's going to get you some real inspiration, because if you look at that goal on a daily basis, and especially the why, then you, to be honest, you can't really fail at achieving the goal, okay? Feel free to watch this back if you haven't wrote down what I asked you to write down. Have a freaking awesome day. Keep on taking massive action. Bye-bye.